It's Ithaca College women's basketball on ICTV. Ithaca wraps up its regular season today as they host the Hartwick Hawks here on Senior Day. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. My name is Sam Kuperman. The man to my left is Michael Schwartz.
Hello, Sam.
And down on the sidelines is Lauren Murray, serving as our sidelines reporter. And as you see the shots of both teams' benches, we talked about the depth of the Bombers. Significantly more players on Ithaca's side versus Hartwick's. So it's certainly a plus, especially for a coach like Dan Raymond, who likes to tweak the lineups every so often to make sure everybody gets some action and everybody is ready for when their number's called.
Carey Steele ready to play the final few minutes in the third here. Was also a softball player back in high school, a very athletic person.
Always great when you have multi-sport athletes. It's a lot more fun when you give everyone a chance to play multiple sports and not just specialize at a young age.
Yes.
So Hartwick comes back in with it. They work the ball around the perimeter. Foreman was trying to post up inside, but Stone couldn't get it to her. Now the post for Vonasek, trying to find a cutter. She'll take it herself. The driving move is no good as she airballs that. Raschuti coming out of the way with it, and she'll push up court. Raschuti, quick pass for Tunick. Tunick dribble drive, back to Gaskins. Raschuti from downtown, it's good! Ali Raschuti from the left wing. She's on fire right now. Nothing
but net, and Raschuti loves that. Really one of the dominant forces in this game, providing a quicker pace game.
So the Bombers come out, a quick press. Hartwick breaks it, but that definitely halts your offense a little bit, makes you regroup if you first have to worry about breaking the press.
And now Bombers are within 9 of the Hawks. 5 seconds left.
Yeah, shot clock winding down. Stone fires up a long three, no good. Gaskins comes away with it, and it goes off of her. We'll see what the refs call, because if they say Gaskins never possessed the ball, then we're probably looking at a shot clock violation, but it looks like they're saying that Gaskins had possession and simply lost the ball. So fresh shot clock for Hartwick.
Shayna Gaskins, the third member of her immediate family that went to Ithaca College. Her brother played on the men's basketball team just a few years ago.
They're saying 1 second on the shot clock. Vonasek fires up a three, and shot clock violation there. So the refs sort things out, claim that Shayna Gaskins never had possession of that basketball.
We mentioned about Carey Steele playing softball, but Vonasek, probably the only player in this game that could say she went against Ithaca in basketball as well as volleyball, playing matches for the Hartwick volleyball team. Played 27 games as a sophomore just then.
Interesting tidbit there as Tunick drives baseline. Gives to Raschuti, and again, right back at you. Ali Raschuti, back-to-back threes. Ithaca up by double digits, 56-44.
Well, it's a reshoot, and Raschuti finally continuing to make a consistent offensive effort. Back-to-back threes, a beautiful play right there.
Raschuti making Hartwick work with the long ball as Foreman has it outside. Foreman gives, quick shot, it rattles home for Razanowski. So Alicia Razanowski's able to hit the long two. Some defense chants coming. That looks like that's from the Hartwick bench as they're trying to fill the crowd here. Giannoni recently checked in. She's running the point for Ithaca. Gaskins gets in the paint. Quick pass to Iacovoni. Iacovoni, uncontested layup is good.
See, that was a mistake right there by the Hartwick defense. Instead of, they waited for Iacovoni to go back up instead of attacking the ball while it's on the ground, trying to get either a jump ball or a steal before Iacovoni could even pull the shot off.
Quick passing from the Bombers. Worked to perfection there. As with a minute left in this third quarter, Ithaca up 12. So Hartwick still has it on the perimeter. Taking a few dribbles and a shot is Carly Johnson, and book it. Back to a 10-point game. So Utica has it, 4 minutes remaining. Sam Kuperman, Alex Leibowitz, Jackson Roberts with you on the call as Carl Taylor directs traffic for the Pioneers. He gives to Mayers, left wing, guarded by Flanagan. Up top for Druziak. Entry pass to Eiton. Eiton is double teamed down low. Kicks out for Simmons. Simmons has it the foul line. Tries to work his way a little bit. And no good on the lefty attempt. And there's a foul underneath on Eiton. And 11 team fouls on Utica. So that results in 2 foul shots and the clock stopped for the Bombers. Exactly what you want if you're Jim Mullins.
And the Nazareth-Stevens game is finally over. 90-65 was the final score. So Bombers had 3 minutes and 45 seconds to try to get back into this one.
So now Azima will shoot a pair from the line. Not the best foul shooter, around 66% for him. First shot is good, though, so Peter Azima really putting his team on the back along with Carroll Rich in today's contest. So Hamidi checks back in the game for the Pioneers. And Azima will have one more from the line. And he short rims that. Chasen fights for the rebound. Not sure who it went off of. It goes off Jawan Simmons. Simmons gets it tapped off him. So Mark Chasen able to keep that ball alive. And Ithaca has a fresh opportunity with 3:45 left, down 8.
They really needed that one right there.
So a favorable bounce for the Bombers as Sam Bevan struggles to inbound, finally gets it to Rich. And he takes it out from behind the three-point line. Carroll Rich on the left wing working on Simmons. Driving to his right. Now for Flanagan. Flanagan curls in the lane, tries the floater, short on that. Azima fights for the rebound. He gets it, and he gets fouled by Carl Taylor. So what do you know? More foul shots to the Bombers. Probably going to have a slow game the rest of the way with all the fouls that Utica has committed.
18 rebounds now for Peter Azima.
We're getting closer to that 20 mark we talked about earlier, Alex. We're not sure if he was going to hit it, but 2 away at this rate. He'll probably hit it and more. So first foul shot is good for Azima. And now the Bombers only down 7. So it's not over yet. Even though the Bombers have struggled mightily, they very well could still walk out of here with a victory. Second one now for Azima. Is up and good. He switches that home. Peter Azima, 2 big foul shots. And the Bombers only down by 6 now with 3.5 remaining in this ball game. So Carl Taylor will run things for the Pioneers. Gives to Hamidi, back to Taylor on the right wing. Guarded by Bevan. Iden has it on Bevan on the switch. He backs him down low, and Sam Bevan taking the charge on the big man. What a heads-up play by Sam Bevan. Second charge he's taken of the game. And Ivan Iden now, he has 4 fouls. So not only does Ithaca gain possession, Utica's most impactful player has 4 fouls too.
That's a huge swing in momentum for the Bombers.
So let's see what Ithaca could do with it as they're down 6 with plenty of time remaining in this game, especially Ithaca have the double bonus. Azima, long 2, he connects. Peter Azima from the right side drains the long 2. He's feeling it tonight. So defense chance coming from the Ben Light faithful, and the Bombers down by 4 with under 3 remaining. Hamidi has it on the left side, guarded by Rich. Hamidi swings to Taylor on the right. He's guarded by Flanagan as he'll slow things down. 5 seconds left on this shot clock. Taylor trying to drive. Chasen trying to come up with the ball. Taylor still has it. Ithaca can't foul here. Shot coming from Hamidi and rims out. But coming up with the rebound is Taylor, and is Iden, should I say, and he gets fouled. So Ithaca, beautiful possession defensively, but you just need 1 rebound, and they couldn't get it. So Iden will go to the line to shoot 2.
Really aggressive there from Iden. I was surprised he was that aggressive with that rebound. I thought he could have been called there for a foul on Chasen, but instead he's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and if Iden had committed that foul, Alex, he fouls out. So you got to understand how many fouls you have. And with that, Peter Azima goes to the bench for Ithaca. So 2:27 remaining. Bombers down by 4, 70-66. Utica is your score, as the Bombers have scored 9 straight. 8 straight, should I say, as Iden rattles home the first. And with that, Jackson Roberts has another hit from the sideline. Jackson.
Well, Coach Mullen telling the Bombers last huddle that they have to stop making mental mistakes. Otherwise, they won't be able to get back in this game. And with a few possessions, and only being a few possessions down, doesn't seem far-fetched that they'll get back in it, guys.
Thank you for that, Jackson. Certainly not far-fetched indeed, as Iden connects on both foul shots to put Utica up by 6 with 2:30 remaining. So Mark Chasen will bring it up for Ithaca. Bounce to Bevan on the left side, and he'll look to run the offense. Trying to use the Chasen screen. Taylor broke the screen. Hands back to Chasen, tries to curl his way to the hoop. Trying to take Taylor off the dribble. Dives there, and Taylor gets it. And does he get the timeout? I believe he does. So Carl Taylor getting a big steal for the Pioneers as he dove to the floor. And I know they didn't call a timeout, just the jump ball. He tried to call the timeout. They didn't give it to him. But on the tie-up, possession arrow went to Utica, so the Pioneers come up with it. So up 6, 2 minutes remaining is Utica. Hamidi has it straight away. Now he dribbles in and gives back to Taylor. So here's when you eat some clock if you're Utica. 12 seconds on that shot clock. Taylor driving with the left, squirts around the rim, and no good. Rebound for Simmons. and the ball's batted around. Sam Bevan tries to come up with it, and it goes to Flanagan. Flanagan outlet to Champion. Champion has it for the finish. He goes up and he gets fouled. So Carlin Champion in the open floor was able to take the contact, and now will have a chance to shoot 2 from the line. So that's 4th for Hamidi as well. So 2 key players for Utica are in foul trouble. Carlin Champion struggling at the line this year, shooting at 40%. But he's a chance to make 2 big ones here with his team desperately needing them down 6. So Champion, the junior from Connecticut, at the line. First one is straight away and good. So now the Bombers down 5, 72-67. Champion with it again, and he'll go for one more. Off the back iron and no good. So he only converts 1 of 2. Bombers down 5.
Carl Taylor chatting with the crowd there a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it was Joey Ross in the sideline, his teammate from high school. He knows him pretty well. Joey, a former Bomber player, as Utica has it. Mayers on the right wing. Teed up by Champion. Gives up top to Taylor. Defense chance still coming. 3 ball is no good from Hamidi, and Taylor grabs a loose ball and then is fouled by Bevan. Bevan, hands on his head, really is not pleased with himself for doing that. And now 1-on-1 opportunity coming Carl Taylor's way. So Ithaca is doing well defensively in these last few minutes, Alex, but they're simply not able to come up with the necessary rebounds. And that's really been their struggles in a nutshell all day.
Welcome into week 6 of the Spotlight. I got Jordan Shem in studio with me. And Jordan, last week at Hartwick, you had quite the impressive game, to say the least. Your stat line includes a 91-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, as well as an interception. So where does last week's game rank for you in terms of the best games you've played in your football career?
Well, I mean, it's definitely up there. I mean, I try to have a better game each time I go out there, but last week was actually my first ever kickoff return for a touchdown, so it's definitely a special game for me.
What was that like for you in the moment when you had the ball in your hands and you realized you're about to take that one to the house?
Well, I've gotten very close numerous times through high school, and even this season I got pretty close once. But as I got closer to the end zone, in my mind I was just really hoping that I was going to make it to the end zone, and I had blockers in front of me, and that was my ultimate goal, and I wasn't going to let them stop me from that.
And going off of that, you have a unique role on this team as both a starting free safety and a kickoff returner. Kind of take me through your mindset during a game. How do you make sure that you are focused on your defensive assignments, but at the same time, you're also ready to go out there when it's time to return some kickoffs?
I mean, it sounds a little corny, but I really take it one play at a time. So when I'm out there on defense, I'm not focused on the second down play. I'm focused on that first down play and what the call is on that play. And then if I get the chance to go back there and return, I just focus on the return and just take it one play at a time.
For some guys in college football, it takes them a few years to see time on the field at the varsity level. You hit the field right away last year for Ithaca. You finished 12th on the team in tackles as a freshman. Did you anticipate making that kind of impact on the field your first year with the squad?
Well, I mean, my goal coming in as a freshman was obviously to play as soon as possible. I didn't really expect myself to have the extensive role that I had last year on special teams, but I definitely embraced it, and I definitely took it very seriously with preparation and the effort I had.
Coming off of last year's success, what did you focus on this offseason to prepare you for this bigger role that you've taken on with the team this year?
Well, I kind of took my film study a lot more serious in the spring and then coming into this year in the preseason, because as a free safety, you really have to know about the whole defense, and you have to be responsible for making calls to the entire defense. So I really kind of took a leadership role in making sure I could make calls to the defense. And obviously, I switched from corner to safety, so I had to fix my technique a little bit, but it was just going to practice every day and working really hard.
And just for you specifically, what's really the difference in terms of your technique from when you make that change from corner switching to safety?
Well, first of all, as a safety, you're playing the middle of the field a lot, so your eyes have to be different. The way you're reading the play is a lot different from the middle of the field, and you're obviously a lot of support goes into the run game, so you obviously have to keep that in mind when you're playing safety. So, I mean, it's not too much different technique-wise. It's just the way you see the field, I think, is different.
You're a Florida guy, and you played high school ball at North Broward Prep. Florida, as a state, is known as a football hotbed. A lot of top high school recruits in the country come there from the Sunshine State. Who's the best player you've ever had to line up against at the high school level?
He's from Booker T. Washington High School in Miami, and he's currently, after Will Greer just got suspended, he's probably going to be the starting quarterback for Florida this week, Treon Harris. We played him in the playoffs my junior year, and that kid literally just was running around like we were ghosts and he was Pac-Man.
Wow. So were you playing corner at that time? How were you lining up against him, and what was really your role in terms of stopping him at the time?
Yeah, I was kind of like a nickel corner type dude, and we had a game plan going into it, and we were trying to just contain him and keep him from not running the ball, but they were on another level that year, and we couldn't stop anything they were doing.
All right, so now it's 2-point conversion time where we take our questions a little bit from the football field, a little off the field. And we were just talking about how you're a Florida guy, and Florida, of course, is known for having a ton of great beaches to visit. In your opinion, what's the best beach in the state of Florida?
I'm going to keep it home. Broward County, I'm going to go Los Olas Beach in Fort Lauderdale. I think that's the best beach to go to. The atmosphere, the food, like the nightlife, everything there is great.
I wouldn't dispute that. I got some family down in Lauderdale, so absolutely. Big fan of Los Olas. Going back to high school with you, turns out North Broward Prep, you have a pretty big-time celebrity that was at the school at the one time. I believe she was enrolled, not actually attending classes there, but Ariana Grande, famous singer, she went to North Broward Prep. With that in mind, I got to ask you, what's your favorite Ariana Grande song?
Problems, yeah, with Iggy Azalea. That's my favorite one. I love that one.
Okay. Didn't go bang bang. You went with Problems. Okay, I like it. Well, nonetheless, though, Jordan, thank you for joining me this week, and good luck at home against Brockport.
All right, thank you for having me.
Now, WICB Instant Sports.
Good morning, I'm Sam Kuperman. The Denver Broncos are Super Bowl champions. They took down the Carolina Panthers 24-10 last night in Super Bowl 50. Denver scored a field goal on the game's opening drive and kept that lead the whole way. Broncos linebacker Von Miller takes home Super Bowl MVP honors, finishing with 2.5 sacks and 2 forced fumbles, one of which resulted in the game's first touchdown.
Held high snap, drops back 3, pressure there, he'll be set, the ball ripped away, it rolls into the end zone, it's recovered by Denver, touchdown! Broncos get it, Malik Jackson tumbling after the bouncing ball, Miller knocks it away, Denver is scored!
Westwood One's Kevin Harlan on the call there. Peyton Manning finished the game with 141 yards in the air and 2 turnovers, while Cam Newton threw for 265 yards, but accounted for 3 turnovers himself. This was rumored to be Peyton's last game, but the sheriff isn't ready to make a decision on his future just yet.
I got a couple of priorities in order. I want to go kiss my wife, kiss my kids. I want to go celebrate with my family and teammates.
During the Super Bowl, Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch sent out a tweet indicating that he's retiring, though. The tweet showed a pair of lime green cleats hanging on a hook, signifying that he's hanging them up. Prior to the big game, the Knicks suffered yet another loss, falling 101-96 to the lowly Denver Nuggets. This marks the 5th straight loss to the Knickerbockers and the 11th in their last 14 games. And over the weekend, Cornell men's hockey notched a tie and a win, deadlocking with top-ranked Quinnipiac 2-2 and defeating Princeton 1-0. The women's team went 0-2 over the weekend. Make sure to catch Sports Talk Sunday at 6 here on WICB. More headlines coming your way in the 12 o'clock hour. With sports at 8:51, I'm Sam Kuperman.